Hello, alive youth!
Everybody! Hello!
How are we doing, guys?
Oh
How's it
my
going?
goodness!
As you can see, we have started.
I've got a new hairdo.
We have started the dyeing process.
Oh dear.
How you feeling about this, Nick?
I'm feeling alright.
Yeah.
I don't think it's coming through just yet. But the blonde hair dye is in as requested by you. So
Yeah.
thank you very much for that, guys.
So it's going to come out at about 20 past ish. At that point, Nick will nip off. Maybe 25 past because we want to make sure it's real blonde. To be fair,
It's changing.
Yeah, it does. It's looking a bit ginger at the moment. So I'm looking forward to this.
Tom Wilson saying he's proud of me. Well, he owes everyone a red hair dye.
He
doesn't
does.
he?
Yeah, he's
So,
promised. He's promised it will be done by the end of next week, Tom. By Tuesday of next week, he's promised. So, mate, yeah, feeling good?
Mate, yeah, doing all right. I've had a good week, crazy week. I think it's a good way to finish.
What? Finish every good week with dyeing hair.
Yeah, well, Anna George has already asked, where's Matt's hair dye? That's a great question.
Hey,
And I think...
I've done it before.
When have you done it?
I had to shave my beard off.
That's not dyeing your hair.
Hey, that was worse.
No, it's not. Because yours grows back. Mine has to grow out, and that takes about 6 months. Anyway.
All of this chat, you are so excited to be blonde. To
be fair, secretly, I've wanted to do this on my own for a while. Yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is.
There you go. My mum's just... When he was 14, he dyed his hair black. I did that. So dark brown. First, just to be a bit emo, but then second to do it for like some drama stuff.
Were you an emo?
No, I was a bit of everything. I was eclectic.
Do you have like black mascara on?
No, I couldn't do that. No, so I had longer hair, but I did sport and athletics and all that sort of stuff. It did not last. The long hair didn't last long. The hair dye didn't last long. Although I did. Every teenage boy like in the 2000s had like blonde tips, didn't they? The highlights.
Well, I don't know. Maybe. Okay. Well, what's your highlight of the week been?
Sorry, I'll tell you that in a second.
Okay.
Caleb Hall. I personally think Nick should go bald.
I mean, I pretty much look bald. If you take away the hair there,
hairline
this
check.
Is what I look bald.
Brilliant. Well, yeah, it's good to see you. Highlight of the week. My highlight is that it's Thursday now, and Lent is almost over. So I'm gonna carry on till Sunday, till Easter Sunday, because for me, Easter Sunday is that's like the celebration day.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make any sense to like stop Lent on Good Friday. I know a lot of people do, and that's okay. But for me, I feel like Sunday is the celebration day. That's the day that we should be excited. And so I want to celebrate with Jesus, celebrate the raising of Jesus from the grave with a Dr. Pepper. So I'm going to watch church at 10:30 this Sunday morning.
10:30 in the morning with a Dr. Pepper?
Mate, I'm going to have a bacon sandwich. I'm going to have Dr. Pepper. I'm going to have a blonde Nick sat near me. It's going to be a great Easter Sunday, and I'm really, really excited about it. So Lent being nearly over, because I don't know if we said this last week, but a 3-litre bottle of Dr. Pepper was left outside our house last week.
Do you know who did that?
I do, yeah. It was a lovely little note, really kind of them, real sweet. But obviously I couldn't drink any of it. So it's been there for like a week and a half, if not a little bit longer.
Yeah. It's been difficult for you, mate.
Well, I've been good. I've not touched it. I've been real good. So, hey, Nick, someone's just said, I thought that we asked Nick to dye his hair pink.
No.
This is a compromise.
We didn't see that.
This is a compromise. Like I said, I think secretly Nick's actually really excited about going blonde. When you were a teenager, I know this is a fact, you used to use lemon in your hair, lemon juice, to try and make it blonder.
On holiday, you got to like do something, couldn't you?
Do you?
Yeah, of course you do. Natural.
When I go on holiday, I just go and have like a good time and talk to people, have fun. You go and put lemon drops in your hair. Okay, What about you then? What's been your highlight of the week apart from dyeing your hair?
Well, I was going to say, that's my highlight of the week. Now, the real question is how much I'm going to look like this lovely lady here.
I reckon you're going to leave the room and you're going to come back and suddenly you can have like long flowing locks and just like flick it like a you're worth it type flick. Can you imagine?
Yes, I can. So,
I'd like
yeah, but that's been my highlight of the week. Literally highlighting my hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this week has been a little bit different for Nick and I, and we need to really quickly tell you about it.
Oh yeah, we've got news.
So tonight.
Wait. That's the news intro.
Great. This is the news section that is happening now for the first time and won't happen again.
Welcome to the news.
Great. So whilst Nick, brilliant.
Just shuffling the papers.
So the news that we need you guys to know is this is our last live stream.
You can all go.
Sadness. The good news is all of this week, Nick and I have come into the office and we have pre-recorded 8 Friday night shows for everyone. So from next week, we're going back to Friday. It's going to be 7:30 premiering on YouTube.
Yeah.
So it'll be just like the 10:30 service on a Sunday. But the beautiful thing about this is Nick and I,
apart from us doing stupid things,
true,
rather than playing worship songs.
True, but you'll still be able to comment like you are. Nick and I will be watching it from home with you, so it won't be live, and we'll be able to comment along as well. We've had to do that because of some changes to do with church and the way things are going. But it's still brilliant, and we've still got our podcast every Sunday. We've still got connect groups throughout the week across all locations. But yeah, so that's meant that this week you and I have been in here every day recording, going crazy. So hey, it's different, but it's still going to be absolutely brilliant.
My mum says you look like Dad when we married in 1989, Tash and blonde. They got married ages ago. Let's just give them a round of applause. Well done for getting married so long ago.
Great.
Yeah. Well, they do say that you turn out like your dad.
Yeah, do you reckon?
So maybe
Brian,
this is my morph into Brian.
Wait, hasn't Brian got like shaved? Isn't his head shaved, like really short?
Yeah, it is really short, and his hair's really dark now.
So if you want to do that, if you want to be like your dad, surely. By the way, we didn't dye your tash.
I don't think that needs changing because that's already a different colour to what it should be anyway.
Yeah, ginger. I think the problem is if we'd have tried to put dye there, it would have just dyed your skin.
Yeah.
Should we do a little check? Has it come together in the middle yet? Do you want to get right in?
What do you think? No.
Just gonna shake my head. It's not matched.
It's going well though.
Yeah, you reckon? Well.
It's like getting in the way of like food a little bit sometimes. That's success, isn't it? That's success when you've got facial hair. Yeah, if it gets in the way of food, then therefore tick. Well done, you got it right.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, Matt. So we know that one of your favourite things to do is tell terrible jokes.
Well, specifically dad jokes. Off the cuff. Those sort of ones. The punning ones. They're good. They're fun.
Have you got any for us?
Yeah, I think me and you we've done a bit of research, haven't we?
Yeah, I'm gonna need to go and wash this off in a minute.
Yeah, not yet though.
So not just yet, but like.
So should we go through some dad jokes then, real quick? You guys feel free to put them in the comments as well. So, and you guys can vote on what you think are the best dad jokes we've got. I'm not even sure that these are that good. You guys might think are loads better. These are just the ones that we could very quickly find of Dad Says Jokes on Instagram. What are you doing with your pinky?
Got to bring a bit of class to this establishment, Matthew.
What they're weird. I mean, it looks like you've waxed your hair back. Anyway, so dad jokes. So here's the first one.
Come on.
My mother always used to say, the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. Lovely woman, terrible surgeon. Brilliant.
Because that's
Right. Here's this is actually my favourite joke of all time, and it was my dad's
joke of all time.
The one I'm about to say.
Okay.
So, and our youth know this, but not everyone will know this. So, what is the difference between unlawful and illegal?
Unlawful and illegal. I don't know, Matthew.
You don't know. Well, unlawful is something that's against the law. Illegal is just a poorly bird. It's a bird joke as well. You gotta love it. Brilliant. Do you want to read out the next one?
Well, okay. Hey, I don't know if you know this, but if you fart and sneeze at the same time, your body takes a screenshot.
Brilliant. Yeah.
I like that one.
Okay.
Wait. Paul Blundell, what do you call a fly without wings? A walk.
Very good. Very good. Okay, here's one for the grammar lovers in the place. That might not be many of you, but let's have a look. So it says, it's okay if you have no idea what a prefix is. It's not the end of the word. You get it? Do you get it?
No.
Okay, so a prefix. No, I have to explain it. These guys will get it. It's
no
great.
idea.
A prefix is essentially a part of a word that goes at the start of a word. Like so, anti is a prefix, or pre is a prefix, and it goes at the start of the word. So it's okay not to know what it is because it's not the end of the word, i.e., it's not the end of the world. At least 4 people loved it, and that's okay. They're just the people that are probably going to go and do English degrees
or do well in life.
Yeah, great. Have you got one more for us?
Yeah. So my landlord says he needs to come and talk to me about my high heating bill. I told him my door is always open.
Boom!
I
love that. The door is always open. Yes. And if you don't get it, that's your problem. So, Nick, it's just gone 20 past.
Does that mean I need to go and wash it out?
You do, but I tell you what, before you go, do you want to just go?
It still looks really dark.
Get in right close.
Does it look really dark?
I don't really know.
My face looks red.
It's not on your face. Yeah, it does look a certain colour, doesn't it? I don't know. What do you reckon? Should we leave it on longer?
I don't know. I don't know what happens.
Sorry, I love Shay's one. Sorry, it says, I'm reading a book about anti-gravity and it's impossible to put it down.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's
smashing.
Wait, there's got to be okay.
What does the grape say when it gets stepped on? Nothing. It just lets out a little whine.
Hey, there was one a minute ago. I was told to stop acting like a flamingo while I had to put my foot down.
Brilliant. Georgie Walton, that's my little sister-in-law.
Is it?
Brilliant.
Come on.
Good jokes. It's Jane.
My son asked, can I have a book, Mark? And I burst into tears. 11 years old and he still doesn't know my name is Brian.
Brilliant. Good work. Okay, I tell you what, let's move on from the dad jokes because this will go on for a while. So we're going to go move on to our show and tell. Nick, you're going to give us one thing. So essentially this week, because we've filmed 8 shows already, we've rinsed our show and tell budget, haven't we?
Yeah.
By budget, I mean the things around our house. So today, instead of bringing stuff in, what we decided to do was we decided to ransack the office that we work in.
When we say ransack, we just mean move items into this space.
Yeah, it's true. So the first thing we've done, I don't know if you noticed it, but we have added...
We've added a shrub.
A new plant thing. And also, we found this one.
We've got another tree.
We've got another tree. So
to the shrubbery.
Absolute greenery.
The shrubbery tree.
Oh, that's too low. It needs to be...
That's all right. Everyone can see this.
So now, the oxygenation of this room.
Wow, guys.
Although I'm not sure if either of those are real, actually. I think that one's definitely right.
Yeah, they're all real.
And that does not feel real.
They're unreal then.
Yeah, that is not a real plant. This one's real.
I think they're all real apart from that one.
Those 3 are real. That one's real. Yeah.
So we've oxygenated the room.
Yes.
So that we can breathe better.
Caitlin Russell, please keep them watered. We are not coming back into the office from today. Sorry.
Oh. It is like a jungle now.
I am. This one's actually from our house. I'm going to take that back with us because that's my plan.
I'm expecting. Maybe we should take that one. So,
no, we need to put them back where we found them.
Yeah, but maybe we should go and look after them. You know, like if you have like a pet in school.
Oh, you send it home?
Yeah, send it home with someone.
Okay.
I think that's a good idea.
Okay. Well, Nick, you need to go wash this out, I think.
Yeah.
It's time. Shall I do some of the show and tell things whilst you go and quickly...
Yeah, can I just show one?
Yeah, real
quick.
One
thing that I've ransacked from the office is this lovely photo of the Blundells. Look at this. This was on Paul and Joy's desk.
Pre-social distancing.
There is Poppy, Finley, Paul and Joy. And that is going to go... That's going to go on here.
Just to clarify from a comment, we didn't go and buy these plants. These are plants that were already left in the office for like the last 4 weeks. So we've just gone around the office and found them.
We're doing everyone a favour. I'm going to go and wash this out. I don't think it's going to work very well.
Well, you need to be back in 3 minutes.
No.
You've got to be quick.
Do I just wash it out?
Yeah, just literally rinse it out. It'll be fine. Run that through it.
Okay.
3 minutes. Go.
Oh,
so,
Lord.
Whilst,
protect me!
Whilst Nick's gone I'm going to take you through a few stories of things we found in the office. The first thing we found is well, quite frankly, it's hard for me to be. I don't want to be rude about this because it is a picture of Jesus, but it's a really, really creepy photo. So I'm just going to bring it in. So you've got Jesus like as the whole photo. You've got Jesus on the cross. But you've just got 3 random eyes at the top, and it's just a really odd photo. There's also a little guy down here. There's like Jesus's body that's like torn to pieces. There's a face. There's just a random face there. Look, there's like cuts. It's just really, really creepy. And this is on the stairs coming down from our office. And since it was moved there, the very first time I saw it, it was after a youth on Friday night, and I was walking down the stairs, and it creeped me out so much. It like made me jump, and I actually fell down the stairs, and I fell down like 5 or 6 steps because it was so creepy. So every time that I go past it now, if it's facing this way, I turn it around. But every time I go back, I find that it's turned back. And I've checked with like Nick, who works with me. Nick doesn't do that. So there's someone in the office that I'm offending by turning it around. And so whoever that is, I am really sorry for that. But it's really creepy, so I'm going to keep turning it around. And I'm not sorry, actually. So I don't know why I just said sorry. Another thing Nick found, and I think Nick's a little bit gutted that he can't be here to share it with you, share this with you, because obviously it is a bird of some sort. Is it a pigeon? Nick would be so angry with me for not knowing what this is. I think it's a pigeon, maybe. Can you guys tell me what you think it is? It's called Cookie. It's got a name. We found this in the Axe office, and Nick fell in love with it and hugged it and had a conversation with it for a few minutes. It's got a cool hat. It says Rapid Relief Team. So I don't really know. It says community, compassion, and support. So yeah, that's a bird we found in the office that was pretty cool. Right, I think that we should go and find out what Nick is doing. Oh, one last thing, sorry, before I forget. Where is it? So I don't know if you've seen online the challenge where people are getting bin bags. They're getting inside their bin bags, and then they are getting a Hoover in and tightening it. Nick and I tried this earlier, and we were going to try and do it for you guys, and it failed spectacularly because I think we almost broke the Hoover. Don't tell Katie. Katie's watching. Brilliant. But we just didn't fit in the bin bags, essentially. So if you look here, I've got a Hoover. And I've got bin bags over here. We tried really hard. It didn't work. But what we would love, guys, is we would love you guys to have a go at this at home. So if you've got a Hoover and you think you're going to fit into the bin bag, maybe you're a year 7 to year 9, or maybe you're just a small person. Emily Bacon, definitely not a pigeon. Okay, Emily, what is it then? What is it? Yes, have a go at home and film yourself. Send it to us on Instagram. We want to know. We want to see you guys getting sucked into those bin bags because it looks very funny when people do it. So we'd love you to be a part of that. Right, I'm going to go take this laptop and we're going to see to what level of hair dyeing situation Nick is in. So let's have a little walk. I'm going to walk downstairs now. So let's just gonna try and not drop my laptop or crikey, I'm all right. So just to put it in context, that there is where the picture is put, and they're the steps I fell down. Right, Nick, I'm coming in.
It's not really done much.
Oh, it has. That is very.
It's ginger.
It's a bit ginger. That is.
It's gone ginge.
That is different. That's
For
good.
goodness sake.
You look different.
I look ginger.
Brilliant. Shall we go back upstairs?
What the heck?
And carry on with our show?
I'm so annoyed.
What are you annoyed about?
I don't want ginger hair.
Yeah, you love it. Right. Which is great TV. You're just walking up and down stairs. or they're going to see our studio. Oh, that's going to be a bright light. Studio. Just call it a studio, our office. Brilliant.
Studio.
Okay. Right, Nick, come grab a seat then.
Well, that didn't really work. I've now got ginger hair.
Hey, Nick, you look like Harriet Taylor. I think that's a nice thing to say, I think.
Brilliant.
It matches your mustache. Jackie Elliott's not too happy about it. She's not. Sophie Wynn is enjoying it. They're loving it. Goes with your shirts from Trish. My mum's laughing hard. They're doing really well. Purple shampoo it for half an hour.
Wait, I've got some of that.
Yeah.
Wait.
Brilliant.
Let me get it.
If Nick is Ron Weasley, does that make Matt Harry Potter?
Yes, it does.
I'd take it. I ain't got the glasses for it, but I'll take it.
Purple shampoo.
Can't do that now, mate.
Why not?
Because we've got a show.
I'm going to do it anyway.
No. Brilliant. Okay, you put the shampoo in.
Purple shampoo.
Just going to rub it in. What are you doing? Mate, you can't wash that out. We need to move on.
I'll wash it out later.
Brilliant. Harry Potter doesn't have a beard. Hey, he might, as an adult, I don't know, have you seen The Cursed Child?
Right. Let's get some more of that in.
Nick, right, okay, so whilst Nick's doing that, I'm going to explain the next challenge. So, it is Easter this Sunday, Nick, and you're going to have to do this, mate. So we thought for our Don't Try This at Home challenge, we thought that we would do...
Oh, yeah, because it's Easter.
It's almost Easter, 3 days away. So we've got some Easter eggs here, and we are going to very quickly smash these Easter eggs and see who can eat it quickly. What I've learned this week about Nick, I didn't really know this about Nick, is Nick is very, very competitive. I didn't know you were so competitive. We've done some games on our pre-recorded shows, and spoiler, Nick doesn't do too very well in them.
Yeah, you're cheating, that's why.
Get so emotional about losing there. So we're going to eat these real quick. And again, I know it's Don't Try This at Home. You guys are probably going to get loads of Easter eggs on Sunday. Take them slow. But we would, again, you don't want to do the bin bag challenge. Do the Easter egg challenge where you smash it and you eat as much of it as you can, as quickly as you can. So, Nick, there's yours. So, count 3, and we're just going to eat it as quick as you can. And it's the winner is the person that eats the whole Easter egg the quickest and then probably feels the most ill afterwards.
Yeah.
Ready?
On. 3, 2, 1.
Come on! Eat it!
Easter! Oh, I can't even get it open.
Eat along with us. Not good TV.
I'm going to win.
I feel like we need that background music. What?
Good, mate.
Oh, you're smashing it. You are winning. Well, I can't put music on in case it's copyrighted. Can you guys put your own music on?
Hold on!
I've still got half left. You want to film?
I'm going to win something.
I think you are.
Oh, come on!
What? I think just you keep going, mate. You're doing really well. A bit more. Well done, Nick. I can eat this slowly at my leisure now, right?
I win.
Without drinking as well.
Oh.
You're going to feel real ill soon, aren't you?
Yeah, with my blonde hair and my chocolate.
Just to clarify, because Singers Paul Blundell has just commented, those Easter eggs, they are indeed from the pile of Easter eggs downstairs in the main office that says do not take, do not touch, but we have replaced them, so it's all good. So thank you for having loads of Easter eggs there. It has made doing this easier.
Okay, so we're going to bring back a feature called What's That song?
It's really weird. Your hair's like red now. Wait, what does purple shampoo actually do?
Brings out. I'll tell you, Matt. It neutralizes brassiness and brightens colour in just one wash.
Wow, lovely. All right, so let's do watch that song. So for this, Nick will do the noises that he does. You guys need to guess it. You have to get the artist and the song name, not half of it. You won't win that.
Harriet, you're spot on, by the way. That is the only eating challenge I can handle.
Yeah.
There are some grim ones in the pre-recorded ones you're going to see in a few weeks' time. They are minging, like literally minging.
The winner can have a prayer session with one of our team members at some point. There you go. There's a prize.
Okay, so what's that song? We're going to do 3 songs. You need to guess in the comments what that song is. The first one to get it gets a prayer session with one of our youth team. Amen. Okay, so first song, Matt.
I'm ready. Great.
What's that song? What is it? Come on, everybody tell us. I can't see any comments just yet.
Tom Wilson, we literally just said don't just do the name of the song. It's got to be. Look at him.
Come on, who's it by?
Who's it by? You need the song and
Find
the artist.
It. Find who's it by.
No points for saying the song.
Who's it by though? I know.
Exactly. Katie Lofts.
Wait.
For some reason called Katie Walton.
Yeah, they're two different comments, so they need to be in the same comment.
Put them together.
Oh, who's gonna do it first? Who's gonna do it? Who's it gonna be?
Nobody has. No one's put the artist.
No one's done it.
No one's put the artist and the thingy together. You've got
Wacky Studios.
Wacky Studios.
Mackie Ross. Well done.
Mackie Ross.
Wacky Mackie.
So Mackie,
you win first round of What's That Song?
You get a prayer session from any one of our team members that isn't myself or Nick.
It can be if you want to be. Up to you. Okay. Next song is this. They're kicking off. Look, they're absolutely kicking off.
Hey, whatever comment we see first.
Yeah, shibidi-bidi-ba, shibidi-ba, kabadoo-da-ba, shibaba-doo-ba-da-ba, shabba-da-ba-ba-da, shibidi-ba-ba, shibidi-ba-da-da-ba-da-da-ba-doo, shibba-da-ba-da-boo, kabadoo-da-ba-da, da-ba-doo-ba-da-ba-doo, shibidi-ba, shabba-ba-da, ba-ba-da-ba, da-ba-doo, ba-ba-doo-da-ba, ba-ba-da-ba, boo! Yabba-dabba-doo. What is that song? What is it? I want to know who it's by.
Full artist.
Please,
both
come
people.
on.
There's two people.
There's two people. There's two people. No one's got it. Oh yeah. Oh, no one's got it yet. Everyone's commenting.
Yeah.
Come on.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is good.
Fresh Prince is good.
Will Smith is good. But
Who's
missing the
who
other
is
artist.
it? Who is it? Lucy Mumbai!
Come on.
Well done, Lucy.
It is DJ Jazzy Jeff.
DJ Jazzy Jeff.
Yeah, well done.
And Will Smith with the Fresh Prince of
Bel-Air.
Bel-Air.
Well done.
Okay. Now this one.
Oh, this is the last one.
This is the last What's That Song?
This is the last ever What's That Song?
My goodness.
We are retiring the game after tonight's session.
Until further notice.
Yeah.
Let's just take a moment. Let's just breathe. Everyone, deep breath. Wait, wherever you are, let's just take a deep breath.
In through the nose, out through the mouth.
Ready? In for 5, hold for 6, out for 7. That's what they're doing, it? No, in for 4, hold for 5, out for 6. Ready? Let's go.
Great.
Now we're ready.
Should we do the final song? Maybe. Nick, mate, just do it.
boo.
We've got a winner already, Nick. We've got a nigger. Actually, no. Grace Kendry not winning for that. That is not quite right.
Oh.
I think Katie. Oh no, Katie Lee spelled it wrong as well.
Oh dear.
Trend Savvy. I think Trent Savvy's the first one to get it right. Anya Daubney's got. Oh, I tell you what, Anya Daubney, because she's even put the little thing on the E. So Anya Daubney gets it.
Anya Daubney, well done. You can
win a prayer session.
Win a prayer session.
Whatever that means. Ask someone to pray for you.
All the Single Ladies by Beyonce. So well done. Well done.
Proud of you guys.
We're now going to retire that game.
We are forever and ever. Amen. Probably until next Captivate.
So thank you so much for joining in with that.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Guys, it's an honor and a privilege to do that with you. Please, I don't know, please.
I thought you were taking that somewhere.
Keep donating.
By the way, this bird, we were chatting about it. What type of bird is it? Emily got annoyed at me for calling it a pigeon.
That's a good question. I reckon that's going to be a kookaburra.
You don't know what it is?
I reckon it's kookaburra.
You're not sure? Well, that would make sense because it's called Cookie.
Kookaburra.
Cookie the kookaburra.
A native Australian bird and not found in the UK.
Well, we found this one in the UK.
Yeah, but it's a toy. They want one more song.
What does beef mean? I don't understand. We could do one more song. I know we just have like an emotional ending to it, but we can do one more song.
Have you got a song in mind? Whisper to me. Okay, we're gonna do one more song just because you guys are asking for it. Okay. Yeah.
Hey, his arms come together. No, wings. Sorry, Amy Colley.
Okay.
We're doing it. We're doing one more song.
You will get this.
Relax.
Simon Wesley's on. Yes, Simon. You will get this if you've ever done the pack down at Live Youth. You will understand this. And sometimes we do this one together.
Just chill, guys. It's coming. Stop commenting one more song. Relax. Don't do your breathing thing. Just stop.
Come on, guys.
We did. He's counting.
Okay. Here we go. We're going to do one more song for you, and it's going to go like this.
Why? Stop. Pause. People are still just commenting the name of the song.
Who is it?
We need the artist and the name together, the full name spelled correctly.
No, not spelled correctly.
It's got to be spelled correctly. I think Sophie Wynn.
Sophie Wynn. Sophie, you win.
Hezekiah Walker.
Well
done, Sophie
Wynn.
Every
praise.
You can get
well done
your very own prayer session from one of our team.
Well done. You can claim that anytime because you can pray anywhere.
It's true. It's true.
Okay.
I'm not giving out anymore. After right. So quick side story. Yesterday at Connect Group, we ended up giving out a prize, Nick, for a bingo winner.
Yeah.
And I was happy to drive the prize round and drop it outside of someone's house as part of my work. Drop it at the house, keep all the social distancing, keep everything safe.
Yeah.
And I was like, great. Now we live in North Highcombe, so most of our youth live within the Highcombe youth live within a 10-minute walk. Nearly all of them live within a 5-minute drive, Lincoln Youth included, right?
Yeah.
Maybe your Steve-O's and Josiah Clark, they're probably the furthest away, 15-minute drive. Any of our youth could have won that. But no, Keel Markland won it. Keel Markland, who practically lives in Australia, at least 45-minute drive, That might be an exaggeration. I don't know. The point is,
minimum 3-hour drive.
I am not driving an Easter egg out to him because it's way too far. So that's the end of that.
That is the end of it.
He's not getting an Easter egg, but he might get like, I don't know, something from the tuck shop one day.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, so we're going to go into our Q&A in just a minute. So if you have any questions for us, you know the deal. Any question goes. We'll try and answer a couple right now, right here. Yeah, I'm enjoying being live. I've enjoyed being live, Matt. Have you enjoyed it?
It's been an interesting learning curve.
It's been we've never done it before.
No.
And like it's just been a new experience. Some would say a whole new world.
You're tired, aren't you? Nick is tired. Sophie Winners asked, who sings it?
I have no idea.
Aladdin and Jasmine?
Aladdin, yes.
Anyway, Sophie Wynn said, can you make Miles do it? So Miles lives in the same far-off land as Keel.
The farm?
But apparently their nearest shop is in North Highcombe, so they have to drive like 17 years to get to a shop.
Serious?
Wow. Genuinely, if you've got some questions, let's send them in and we'll chat about it. So,
Anya's asked, when are you going to shave your tash, Nick? Well, I'm going to shave it just after quarantine's finished, I think. Yeah, I'm just gonna try and see how far, how big, how wide it will grow. Yeah, I think what we can go for is a little handlebar, right? So it like curls at the end. Yeah.
It's never gonna grow that long.
Don't speak death over it. The tongue, Matthew,
has power.
Has power.
Has the power
of
weeks.
Life and death.
How can Ethan Williams? How can you shave pencil marks? They don't even believe it.
Well, I rang Dave Bell the other day. I saw him on a Zoom chat, and he said it looks like I've sipped Diet Coke.
Brilliant. Okay, we've got a question here. It says, if you could be a female for a whole week, who would you be? What female would you be for a week?
Who would I be?
I feel like I know the answer for you. That Bieber.
Hailey Bieber. Hailey Biebs.
Yeah,
maybe. Who would I be? Maybe someone like Serena Williams, just so you'd be so sick at tennis.
Yeah.
Like, because I like playing tennis.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think Serena Williams would be a good shout. Maybe maybe like Hermione Granger. What's her name? Emma Watson.
Yeah.
Emma.
So do you want to be the character from Harry Potter, the world of Harry Potter? Or do you want to be Emma Watson, the actor?
Maybe Emma Watson. What about you? Who would you be?
I'd be Michelle Obama from the presidential years. Because she was ace, and she did loads of very very cool things. She used her authority and power to really elevate women, elevate people of different cultures, elevate people of different sexualities and stuff like that. And I think she's a woman who really cared about like different people and actually lifted them up and showed love to all people. And I think as Christians, sliding it into a serious point, I think as Christians, we should be doing that. So whether people are men, women, whatever gender they are, whatever sexuality they are, however they identify themselves, we should be showing love, showing them who Jesus is, and accepting them into a belonging family, regardless of how they act. And I think Michelle Obama is a great example of someone who did that. Yeah. I don't even know if Michelle Obama is a Christian, but she certainly did that well. So I think we should too. Great, let's keep having a look.
There's one here that says, are you going to come out of lockdown better or worse than before with your weight and your health? I'm going to hope,
based on the Easter egg,
I'm going to hope that I come out better, because I'm spending some more time like exercising. So I'm going to hope I come out better.
Great.
At the same time, I'm quite enjoying eating like really regular meals, and that's contributing to a bigger belly.
Yeah, I guess the difficulty is even if you eat less than what you would normally, we're also burning less calories because we're not as we're not as active. We're more sedate, more sedate than we are normally. So we're burning less calories. So yeah. Okay, here's a question from Ruth. What are you finding most difficult about this time, and how is God bringing you through it?
Good question.
Yeah. So
Do you want to answer first?
What am I finding most difficult about this
Is
time?
it living with me?
Not yet. No.
Am I actually all right to live with?
Well, at the moment.
That's good.
I mean, you said you're moving out soon, right? I've got to watch through. What am I finding most difficult? I think so. This week I found really good because I've been really busy. I'm a sort of person that likes to be busy. I don't think when people say, "Oh, like how's your week been?" People say busy like as a negative thing. Like I like to think of my week as full because I'm very privileged to be able to get to do stuff, teaching, youth work, loads of stuff like that. So I love being busy. And I'm struggling with the days that I'm not busy.
Yeah.
So obviously I'm still doing the youth work side of stuff. My teaching, I'm only teaching 2 days out of 12, where usually I would teach 2 days out of 5.
Sure.
So I've got days where I'm not working, and I'm not a good rester. I'm not a good staying still. So that's kind of what I'm struggling with the most. And I think God's teaching me to rest in that. I think I am learning to take that time and go, rather than just wasting it on Netflix and Amazon or Disney Plus, like I'm trying to find time to rest and actually listen to God in those times. So yeah, what about you? What's the hardest thing you're finding?
Yeah, I think obviously I'm like a high extrovert kind of person. I did like energy from being around other people.
Yeah.
And so being away from people in this time, I think is the most challenging thing. I think also I'm just getting fed up of Zoom calls and Google Hangouts. Like I'm just fed up of it. I just want to see people's faces.
Mm.
But yeah, God's just bringing me through it. He's teaching me, to really value the time that we get with one another. I think we can get into a pattern of being familiar with meeting up with one another all the time. But actually, when that's taken away, I think I've found this time like I really don't want to take that time for granted when I've got it. So
right.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
Okay, so some quick ones. How did you two meet? That's an interesting one. So I was one of the youth pastors, leaders at Lincoln back when volunteers ran it. So myself, my wife Katie, and Tim and Steph Sargent were sort of maintaining youth to try and make it happen whilst we were waiting for someone to come in and get employed to do it. I was full-time teaching. Katie, we all had full-time jobs, so it was just a volunteer role. And Nick, you rocked up on a Friday night in September.
Yeah.
And because you just came at 7:30 when you started, I just thought Nick was a new youth. So being a good leader, I came up to you, asked how you're doing, your first time, seeing how you were, all those sort of things.
Yeah.
Asked you like what school you'd come from, and then you went, I moved into the uni today.
There's me a fresher.
And I was like, oh, you probably shouldn't be here. And then we got to know you, and you sort of came into Alive and all that sort of stuff. So that's kind of how we met, wasn't it?
Yeah, man. They really want us to make a TikTok account.
We've kind of got one, haven't we? We've got some TikToks out there.
Yeah, we've got a few. I'm just clueless on it. So maybe someone wacky macky, if you're the expert, let's hook up. Maybe you can run the TikTok account for us.
Yeah. Okay, here's a good one. How are you keeping relationships and friendships strong, even though you can't see them in this time? Good
question. So for me, just connecting with those people who you're in relationship with and who are in friendships. I think communication is really key. We've got to use this time to be honest with one another, and also use this time to get to know each other in a different way. Like I found talking to friends and like people I'm in a relationship with, that if I tell them how I'm actually doing, like if I'm on a bit of a down day, we all get our down days in lockdown. If I share that, then I can find the conversation door just is flung wide open for us to really talk honestly and openly with one another. I'd say connect regularly with people. Don't overthink too much. If communication hasn't happened, I know I'm a sucker for that. If communication from other people hasn't taken place, I can then straight away assume, oh, this person doesn't like me, that they're not actually there for me, that they don't love me, all this kind of stuff, crazy stuff. So don't let your mind go to those places, but keep connection up with one another and just enjoy it. Try and have fun with the people that you're in relationship with and that you're friends with.
Okay, here's a looser question then. If you could be a brand ambassador for any brand, what would it be? I think for me, I can't answer that off the cuff. I think I need to do research because I think I'm the sort of person that I need to really believe in something to be behind it properly.
Sure.
So if I was going to be an ambassador, I'd need to really know that company was doing things ethically, had the same values as me, their product was good, and then I'd go for it. And I think, to be fair, like we kind of do that within church. Like I don't think we'd be able to work for this church if we didn't believe in their vision, the values, their leadership, things they do. So I would say like we are brand ambassadors for Alive, and we do that because we really buy in to the message that Alive talks about and the vision and values that they have. And we're very, very blessed that that's set by some very fantastic, amazing people who are very good at listening to God.
Yeah. At the same time, you could pick any brand because then like you'd get stuff from them.
Yeah. So if you I wouldn't know. I don't think I would.
If you pick Nike, for example, like
yeah, but Nike are really they're dodgy morals with things they do, aren't they? And slave labor and stuff.
Well, I don't know if it's that bad, but like their slogan's good. Just do it. I like that. I'm all for that. Maybe Nike. I'll pick Nike. Then you get loads of free shoes and
I couldn't do Nike.
Who knows?
Okay. I'm just going through a lot of. Okay. What's your favourite worship song at the moment, Nick? Real quick.
Worship song at the moment. I listen to There's I'm just gonna find it for you. There's a new worship band that I've been listening to.
Okay, whilst you're doing that, I'll add to this one. You probably don't know this, but what like Hogwarts house are you? Have you ever done that?
I think I'm a Gryffindor.
Okay, yeah, I always wanted to be a Ravenclaw, because I thought that suited me best. But every time I've done it, like when I was a kid and like Pottermore and all that sort of stuff, I've always got Gryffindor.
Yes, so favourite worship song at the moment is by a band called We the Kingdom, and the song is God So Loved.
Right.
So check it out. It's like a really upbeat, like great song. Yeah, I'd say check it out. They're a great worship band.
Right. Okay, here's one, and then we'll maybe go on to our final two questions.
Q&A.
Question is, how did God meet us?
Okay.
So I guess we'll try and tell it in a short way, I guess. But I was a young teenager. A fantastic guy called Cy Hands essentially plucked me out of obscurity in a school. I was a massive moron, and I'm describing myself that way, not anyone else.
What?
Thanks, Nick. It's real positive.
I'm only joking.
I was making bad choices. I didn't want to. He invited me to this youth thing. I didn't want to go. I realised that some attractive females were going, so I went along. This guy spoke to me in a way that I'd never been spoken to before. Obviously, I mean, I've got a loving family. Don't get me wrong, my family are amazing. But family have to kind of love you, right? When this guy spoke to me, it was the first time I felt like I had purpose. That someone like was excited about my future, other than my family, and like I'd always thought. So I'm gonna call my parents out here a bit. I was not a planned child. I was a drunken night out. So my mum and dad went out for a night out with a vicar and his wife. They got drunk many years ago, and this guy. So I was told, and my brother and sister joked with me and told me like I was a mistake and stuff like that. And they were totally joking. It was normal brothers, like sibling banter, so it's fine. But for some reason, my mum's just put with a drink that they were drinking. Contra. Brilliant.
Contra is a great.
Amazing. That should be my middle name. Anyway, so I took that to heart for some reason. I don't know why, but when I was a kid and the early teenager, I took it to heart that I was a mistake, that I was unplanned, that I just wasn't worth anything. And again, that's nothing to do with my parents. It was all in my head for some reason. Yeah. And this guy pulled me aside and said, "Hey, like actually, you've got purpose. You were built with a design." And he just spoke good things in my life, and like it just felt like I was loved in a totally different way. And I kept going on to the youth stuff, and like I liked what they were saying, but I didn't really get it. And then on the 14th of May, 2003 or 2004, it was definitely the 14th of May. This guy said, "Hey Matt, we're going to a gig. You need to come along." And it was the band Delirious, and we were doing the gig. It was the song History Maker. And Cy, if you've not heard that song, go on YouTube, find it. It's a bit cheesy for the 2020, but it is a great song. And actually, got in the charts a few years ago. He turned around and he said to me, "Hey Matt, like this song is talking about you as much as it's talking about anybody else. Like, are you going to be a history maker?" And I just said, I remember saying to him something along the lines of, I just can't. I don't know how to do that about myself, who I am. And he just said to me something along the lines of, "Matt, you never ever have to do this alone. You're never going to be by yourself. This God loves you and wants you to have an amazing future connected with Him."
Yeah, man.
And I just turned towards it and I just went, "God, I don't know what this is about, but I'm in." I said, "I'm all in. Let's do this." And it was like a flash of lightning over, and just from that moment onwards, my vision for my life was just completely turned around, and like I've still made a lot of mistakes since, but I know that decision there has changed my life for the better every day since, and I'm very grateful. I spoke about Psy a couple weeks ago, didn't I? I'm very grateful for Psy and YFC. So it was like Psy, Hoare, and Rick ran it back then, and they're the guys that inspired me to do this as a job as well. So that's me.
Great. Yeah, I mean, mine was similar sort of age. I was like 13 years old, I think, and I got invited to Kerith Community Church. They used to run a youth event called Life. So if any lifers are on, big shout out to you. And my youth pastor, Liam, was preaching. I'd never met him before. And I went with some friends who just invited me there. And what he was speaking about was speaking really like deeply to me. And I felt quite emotional as he was talking. And he said, "If you want to respond to this message, come forward and we'll pray for you." And I was very open. I was thinking, yeah, you know what? I'm going to just go for this. I feel like it's hitting me. So I went forward. And this guy called Dave Betts prayed for me, and I just was overwhelmed with tears. But I felt so joyful.
You overwhelmed with tears? No, surely not.
So I was quite emotional, and I just felt really at peace, and I felt really loved. And since then, I just kind of got adopted into that community at Kerith, and my life has just been so blessed ever since. So, I'm grateful for that moment.
Just a few quick comments that are really nice. Jackie Elliott's offering Anna George a barbecue. That's cool. Ristian, you're saying that your stepdad knew me when I was he knew me when I was a teenager. So the first church I connected into was Netleham Methodist Church as a teenager, and your stepdad was a part of that. I knew his kids. Georgie Walton, well, I'm glad that night happened because you wouldn't be here if not.
Oh, that's cute,
that's sweet,
isn't it?
That's good. Cute. Okay, so trend savvy Shay wants a barbecue too.
Mum and Dad, let's just do a barbecue for you.
You can invite everyone. You guys come up, stay at Nick's house, which is my house, but he's getting a new place. We'll have a big barbecue on the common. Sounds good. All right.
All right. So we are going to go on to some of the questions that we've prepared. Well, not prepared, but we've
we know what the question is. But not prepared.
So Matt, you talked about Lent earlier.
Yeah.
Why does Lent matter? Like, maybe just briefly explain what it is and why it matters.
Okay. So Lent varies for different people. But the key to Lent is it represents something that Jesus did before he started his ministry. So Jesus went into the desert and he was tested 3 times by the devil. And Jesus came through that and came out the other side and then was able to start his ministry because of going through that 40 days, learning a little bit by himself. And he went through 3 tests, one about flesh, one about power, and one about like food, life and death, things like that. And the reason I think there's loads of reasons to copy that, but one of the main reasons for me is that we look at who Jesus is and we replicate his life. And actually, by doing Lent, what we're actually essentially doing is we're being tested in the same way Jesus did. We're putting things down and saying, actually, these things aren't as important to me as who God is. So when Jesus was tested by the devil, essentially what he was saying was, well, no, food isn't the important thing, God is. No, power isn't the important thing, God is. No, the flesh isn't the most important thing, God is. So it's the exact same thing for us. So when we put things down and say, for Lent, we shouldn't be doing it to lose weight or to get better at something. We should be doing it to say, actually, I'm putting this down because God is bigger than that thing. So for me, when I give up Dr. Pepper, what I'm saying is actually, if God called me to stop drinking Dr. Pepper, I'll do it, because that's what God's calling me to do. Now, He's not actually calling me to do that, but what I'm saying and what I'm living is that this is something I'm willing to do, and I can learn from that. Now, you don't need to do that just for Lent. That's why people fast across the whole year and do all the things. But actually, one of the good things about Lent is that lots of people are doing it at the same time, which makes it easier to do. So I think Lent is really important, and I think the key for Lent, and obviously it's a little bit too late this year to do it for Lent, but what you should be thinking of is, what is it that's vital, that you feel like is vital to your life? Is it social media that's maybe acting as your God? Is it Dr. Pepper? Is it I don't know, refereeing? Is it I don't know, watching too much Netflix, things like that, the things that essentially we're filling our life with, where we should instead be filling God, putting God in that place. So we put those things down. But what I also think is you can do things where it's like changing your time. So for me, putting down Dr. Pepper didn't necessarily change my time, because I drank water and things like that instead. But if I were to give up Netflix, actually I'm putting that thing down, and I'm saying, God, you're more important to me than Netflix, but I can also use that time well to glorify God and learn more about myself. So therefore, use the time I would have watched Netflix to read my Bible, to pray, to worship. So Lent is important, but I also think you can do it across the whole year. So for example, when it comes to August and to one event, I always give up everything apart from water for one event as well, because I want to spend a little bit of time for one event, and one event focusing on God and saying, hey, God, this is your time, and I'm giving up something that is important to me because you're more important, and God blesses us for that. True. The final thing I'd say on it is movements of God always come after two things. Prayer and fasting. True. Now, fasting can look in different ways. It can be literally stopping eating, but it can be giving things up. And actually, if you want God to move in your life more, pray and fast, and God will move in you, and you'll learn things and have revelation.
Great.
Well, Nick, to finish with then, after Lent comes Easter. So, So why does Easter matter to us?
Yeah, well, Easter's like a big event in the whole world's calendar that flows from the church calendar and obviously the Christian meaning of it. Easter is a time on Good Friday where Jesus was crucified, and then on Sunday, 3 days later, he rose again. And for us who believe in Jesus, that is the pinnacle of our faith. This is the turning point. This is the place where we always can go back to recognize that what Jesus did was actually miraculous, and it was for us. And I love Easter so much. I think for me it's bigger than Christmas, and the celebration should be huge, because you know what, Jesus is alive, and I just love to think about the fact that Jesus lived his life on earth, saying all these kinds of things, when he tore down the temple. He says when he was in the temple, he said this temple is going to be torn down, and I'm going to rebuild it in 3 days. You know, he was kind of speaking in advance about what he was going to do with his life, that his life was going to be laid down and it was going to be rebuilt. And I just know that time for me, over the last few years of me being in faith and being in relationship with Jesus, this has been such a powerful time for me to really connect with God on a new level, to understand what it's all about, what faith is all about. And it is believing in this moment where Jesus laid everything down, where the Holy Spirit was given, and now we have access to God wherever we are. And so I'm just so grateful for this time. And I think this weekend, let's celebrate big, because God is on the move, and it's finished. It's finished.
That's great. Thanks for that, Nick.
Yeah, man.
So, guys, we're going to bring it to an end now. We've just about hit the hour mark.
Shabba rubber.
So, look, what we just want to say before we go is we are not live next Friday, but we have got our Friday night show at 7:30. Please don't miss it. But also, we've got the podcast coming out in 2 days. We want to see you guys listening to this. We want to. Can you screenshot yourself? Screenshot yourself.
Sneeze and fart, and then you screenshot yourself.
Screenshot your phones of you reading it. Show us where you're listening to it. Show us where you're listening to your reading to your Bible, all those sort of things. We want to see them on Instagram. We want to share those images. Have a go at the challenges you've set. Regarding merchandise, hey, we are definitely on that. It's in the plans, but it's all about getting the right logos and things like that.
Brian's going to do us a 50% off deal, aren't you, Dad? Mate, so thanks for that.
We need at least 80% to afford him, wouldn't we? 80% off. So look, it's happening, but make sure you connect with us this week. Tell your friends about it. Let's get as many people watching this, not for the sake of people watching it, but for hearing God's message. And what's really cool about the Friday night shows is we're changing it a little bit. And at the end of each show, we've got a 5 minute sort of 5 minutes of fire, haven't we?
Oh, yeah.
And we've got some guests from our youth team doing that remotely. They've recorded it on their phones. So, hey, guys, we love you.
And there's nothing you can do about it. Thanks so much for joining in.
See you later. And happy Easter.
Bye.